As you rode out from the cultist village, the path remained very clear. You encountered no undead to this point. Eventually, the forest gave way to this black, rocky ground as Nyana guided you. Here from her vision. Nyana, this is the exact wall, door, everything that you saw in your vision. It's very quiet outside, just the occasional sound of the wind blowing through. The one thing you didn't see in your vision is this green light ahead, Nyana. But everything else is the spitting image of what you saw. Loxon is, of course, unconscious again, going in and out. During your travel, the mark of the sigil is taking its effect on him still.
It sure looks like this is the place. I guess I'll go ahead.
Following Jothir?
Jothir follows them, yeah.
I thought that gates would be bigger from your explanation.
Well, I said it was a door, so... Not really a gate. The wall's big though. What I do not recognize, however, is this green light by the entrance. That wasn't in the vision.
Jothir peers around, trying to make out any shapes, specifically looking to see if this gate is guarded.
Okay. Presence check.
.15 without modification.
All right. The wall, gate, whatever you want to call it, is empty. See no movement. You see some lights beyond the door inside, but that is about it. It's deathly quiet.
Iso is very interested in the green light and is wondering if it will be something arcane when he gets closer. He would be wanting to check into that.
Okay. You can go ahead and approach.
I'll follow behind him.
All right.
Jothir too, yeah.
Okay. Oxen's all up investigating, asleep, snoozing.
He has a...
His horse is more interested.
I thought
Yeah.
we were like just get a roll with him.
No, he's
Okay.
zonked out on his horse. So as you approach, you see the green light is coming from a rune of some kind. The rune looks like it has a skull with a broken circle around it. And it's in front of this statue, which you have seen before at the Rookwald Shrine.
Is it the one that was the statue showing the demon?
Nope. This was, if you were looking at the demon, it was, I believe it was the one to the immediate left, or two from the left. I can't remember
Okay.
which
The
of the
actual
two.
statue, not the green light, right? Not the symbol,
Correct. You've
you're
never
saying?
seen the symbol,
okay.
the rune before. The statue is what looks familiar.
Which statue does it look like? Which god or whatnot from the shrine?
It's one of the dark gods statues. It was next to the one that... It was a similar statue to this one, but it was a female figure. And that was the statue you've seen in the shrine, as well as the crossroads. The Grinding Waste crossroads.
Didn't we identify that female statue to be something that was akin or belonged to the woman that runs Bone Drift?
Exeter?
Yeah.
Did you?
I'm looking for DM affirmation.
I think it was mentioned.
Yeah, I'm
It
looking at a
was-
note, that's why I'm wondering.
Yeah, it was at the crossroad, and
With the
it
cages,
was
right? You're talking about
actually in
Yeah.
Bone Drift as well. Yeah, you've been to Bone Drift too.
Yeah.
There's
and
a
I was gonna say, I think I
giant
saw it at Bone
statue.
Drift, so
Right. You saw the giant statue overlooking the town in Bone Drift. Then there was one in the Rookwald Shrine, and then there's one at the Grinding Waste crossroads. The female one. This one you've only seen
Yeah.
two places, Rookwald Shrine and now here. And roll presence. Except for you, Jothier. You can keep your roll for now.
big whopping 5.
Nyana, chat has chat has granted you a reroll since you were successful.
Thank you, chat.
Join the rest of us who roll terribly.
Oh, wow.
Oh, same thing. Oh, that's
No
nice.
kidding. There's ones are coming back for you.
Dang, I'm sorry.
in
I'm
force.
sorry, Chad, that you just wasted all those points.
I do
Alright.
not at all feel sorry for them.
Nyana and Jothier, you notice that the statue is made out of a different kind of material than the wall, the fortification. It's different. Looks like it was put here at a different time. The architecture's off, the design, just everything is off about it. It looks out of place. It still looks very old. Maybe not as old as the fortification, but it's definitely different. From a different place, time, whatever.
It appears this statue wasn't originally placed here. Or at least it wasn't placed here at the same time of the wall.
Jothier would ride up a little closer, just being careful not to get too close, and just kind of move his torch around a little bit, looking to see if there's any inscriptions or just general symbols or words anywhere on the statue beyond that rune.
There are a few words carved in the base, but you don't know what they mean. But other than that, it's pretty identical. And those words may be on the Rookwald Shrine one as well. You don't recall.
ISO doesn't notice anything different, or anything from a magical standpoint regarding this green symbol.
Make a presence check. Well, yeah, make another one. You failed, so yeah.
He certainly didn't know that the architecture was the same or different. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, really? How did you know?
Well, there's
Oh,
clearly
Man, repeated rolls. Oh no. He's looking at the dirt. He's like, wow, that green really reflects nice off the shadows. Look at that.
Yeah, you notice it's a pretty magic color. That's about all you can take from it. It's pretty. Very pretty.
I like the color of this symbol. Maybe it doesn't mean anything bad at all because the color's so nice.
who's to say what
So-
is bad and good anyways.
Like emeralds. Well, what now? Would you like to go in? Anyone want to try poking the symbol or anything?
I think poking random things is not what I'd consider safe.
Perhaps leave this for later?
I guess we'll have to come back out of here at some point.
I hope it's just not a warning.
Alright, I'm leaving my horse out here to assure that we're coming back here.
Hey, Constant. I have a spell that I can try to do called a Hermetic Step. It lets you try to find traps in your path for 2d10 minutes. I'd like to cast that, or attempt
Okay.
to.
All right.
And given my presence rolls of late, I'm going to cross my fingers when I try this.
Maybe you should get Diana to hold your hands for you.
Alright, I think
Words with
I
their
think-
cast for you.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, so I don't have a scroll anymore. Like, it was one of those, like, once you've read it, you've learned it, but all my scrolls got taken. So I used to have it. Otherwise, I would totally have my Jothier do this.
And Jothair, you could
But-
do it without magic. Given your backstory, we'll say.
Okay, Jothier would move his horse down a little bit, just away from this statue, so just in case the statue were to be empowered with anything, it wouldn't harm the horse. Make sure it's still here when he gets back. Work
Okay.
hard for it.
Okay. Yeah, but to be specific, Jothair, you could only do non-magical traps.
Okay. And Jothier dismounts as well.
We can double do it. I'll cast this thing just in case. Never know. Maybe there'll be two people looking.
Yep.
It might help. Or, or I won't cast magic for another hour. We'll see in a second. Yay, it worked.
All right. Let's
Final
see
traps
what.
your path for 2d10 minutes. I'll roll the minutes in a second.
Okay. Yep. Ooh. All right.
Wow, Max, that's crazy. Good stuff. So I'll have that running into my mind or whatever in the background, and certainly let Jothier keep his eyes peeled as well for anything he might see otherwise out of the ordinary. But I'm more interested in this magical trap stuff just in case, because we were all talking about. Somebody mentioned maybe it's a warning, and I was like, oh god, let me. Now ISO's just gonna try to do this thing just in case.
So you do detect that the rune is a trap of a kind. It's not proximity trap. It's if you try to mess with it, it does something nasty. You don't know what it does.
Clear. Stay clear of the rune. My magical senses now are telling me that something very bad will happen if you try to manipulate the rune itself. But we should be able to pass by without fear of danger at this point. I wonder if we can set something up with this rune, though. We do have Lord Gannison coming behind us. Do you think that there's something we could set up here to maybe convince one of his men who aren't as bright to maybe reach in and try to get something and maybe nick this portal a bit, like a gold coin?
Maybe we can carve a message on either the wall or the ground. Something in terms of good luck or anything.
Oh, maybe put something like the key must be used to pass the gates. Maybe someone will try to use it.
Yes, but make it sound a little cryptic so they think it requires effort.
So who's doing the writing in the dirt, or whatever it is you're doing?
I'll do it.
Okay. And what are you writing?
How about only the one willing to master this lock may pass?
That sounds excellent. I'll be carving that message.
All right. ISO, let's see how convincing you are. Make a presence check.
Another one? Oh no!
Well, Nyana writes the message. What's your message? It's not going to be harmful to you. This is going to be how convincing the message. Oh, it's very convincing.
Oh, sweet.
So I need to roll for carving?
No. I'm just saying if somebody falls for his message, but it looks like they do. They will. The next person who comes behind you.
And that's when Loxan wakes up.
That's true. Actually, he'll be out here snoozing on his horse. Maybe you can sleepwalk him inside, so he won't be out here.
I think caretaker ISO can keep him with us.
I'll have Jothier do it, unless you want ISO to do it for some specific reason. Just because I gotta control Jothier too for now.
Yeah, I don't mind. As long as it isn't me.
Okay. All right. So you've carved your message into the dirt in front of the rune. And what's your next move? Jothier's helped.
Jothier looks over at the horses and then just says to the group, if we're setting a trap for anyone behind us, perhaps we should hide the horses a little further from this entrance so they don't see that someone has gone before them.
Well, from your perception earlier, you're looking around. There's really not a lot of places to hide anything here. It's a pretty open area.
It's a large gate. We can hide them inside, maybe a little further in, and then jump off. That'll also hopefully stop Loxan from interfering when he comes to.
Sounds like a good idea.
But I 100% agree with Jothier. Shouldn't leave the horses here.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. You're walking your horse in, Jothier, still? That's what you said? I mounted you mistakenly. My bad. All right, so you're heading inside now?
Yes.
All right, hold on.
Ah!
All right, you begin to head inside, and all of a sudden you hear, "Wait, help, please!" A very desperate-sounding voice.
From where exactly?
Oop, one sec. Hang on, get it the different way. From off to the left. Thank goodness for the undo button. See a woman walking out of the darkness. She sounds extremely desperate. Like she's been crying for at least a little while. She's walking out with her hands up, showing that she's not armed.
Jothier looks over to the woman, holds his torch up a bit, and just responds, trying to not be too loud. Who's there? Who are you?
She says, "I need your help, please. My husband's trapped inside."
How did he get trapped inside?
He was dragged inside by creatures.
What did the creatures look like?
Large fangs, pointy ears. She's shuddering audibly as she recounts the description. Claws for hands. I couldn't stop them.
How many of them were there?
Too many. I don't know.
How do you know he's trapped? You just saw him drug in.
He would certainly come out to me. He's my husband. He loves me. Why do you think he would stay inside?
Your description sounded rather grave. Wild, pointy-toothed, pointy-eared, claw-bearing creatures drag things off. He
You
kinda
think
leads-
he's dead?
leads it off. I was just wondering why you think he's trapped and would not think he is. We could certainly maybe look for him, but
She closes her eyes and begins shaking her head. I can't believe he's dead. No, I can't believe he's dead. You have to help me. She takes a few more steps forward slowly.
He might not
Who-
be dead.
who are you?
My name is Lanid.
And what's your husband's name?
Darad.
We know nothing
Why-
of these creatures that you're describing. How exactly do you want us to help you?
I just want to find and free my husband.
Why were you here to be drug in? Do you live nearby? What do you do?
I followed them here. We lived nearby. They just came and took him.
I see no reason why we shouldn't look. We're here anyways. And if they dragged him off alive, I'm sure they would have kept him alive.
That's true. I didn't realize they had been dragging him for quite a while. Figured maybe they just you got encountered here. You were here for some reason. But thank you for the warning of creatures. We'll definitely keep our eyes out for them and your husband. What does he look like? In case there are others dragged in here.
Well, tall, brown hair. She moves her hand up to her shoulders. It's hair to his shoulders. He was wearing a green tunic, I think it was.
Any other distinguishing marks?
She shakes her head. So will you help me? She looks at each of you in turn.
I vow that I will try and rescue your husband.
We're heading in. We'll do our best to try and find him.
She looks over at you, Iso, wiping some tears
Iso's
away
already-
from her eyes.
I was already like looking ahead down this hall. Oh, me? I'll do whatever they want to do.
She gives up.
Where might we find you after this? Surely you're not going to hang out here. There might be very dangerous people following.
I could come with you.
Oh, no. Out of the question. We've been stabbed in the back way too many times.
Leaving her here is just as much a risk.
Oh, she can go back to where she lives. Just tell us where you live and we'll come swing by with your bow. One hopes.
I have no weapons to stab you with. You're welcome to search me.
Oh, no, figure of speech, but, sorry. Finally lived to this long, but it's been a bumpy ride, if you know what I mean. I'm not in it if you're coming with us. Happy to search for him, on our own.
You
Can
said they
I-
came to your village and took him. Did they take anyone else?
It wasn't a village. It was just our home. We live alone in the wilderness. They may have taken others nearby. I don't know.
Okay, where do you live? To the east? To the west? Southwest?
Wouldn't it be safer if she were coming with us?
No. Iso seems very adamant.
She gets visibly upset. Eyes start to tear up again. She puts her hands together in a pleading motion. Please, let me come with you.
You just asked us to find your husband. Now you want us to take you with us. That
Yes.
sounds like a trap.
I can't
he, like,
leave
listens
my
for a minute to his
husband.
spell to see if it's given him any clues.
May I add that the husband was also taken from where she lives? I doubt that's the safest place to be for her.
Or so she says. I mean, I'm just playing devil's advocate here because everyone wants to be the devil with us.
He's my husband. I can't just sit here and ask you to go find him.
You just did.
I'm asking to come with you.
And I'm saying no.
I can find a way to be helpful.
You said that
Well,
they came and took him, and that you tried to fight them off, but you couldn't. There was too many. Why didn't they take you?
I ran. He told me to run. I listened to him. She puts her head in her hands and begins to cry. Harder now.
Am I able to sense any magic in her?
Make a presence check, I guess. You rolling?
Yes, I'm just having terrible lag.
Oh. Ooh, 19. Yes, you do detect some magic. The presence of dark magic, like yours.
I do sense the ability of magic in you.
She looks up and just nods quietly, without saying anything.
I wouldn't call that unarmed.
I'm not a great magician. I don't know many spells.
Look, I don't quite understand why you would approach us. We agreed to help. We're urging you to go back to where you live, where it's safer right now. But you'd rather go with us into whatever, where the creatures are, the ones that carried off your husband, the ones you couldn't fight, with or without your magic. You don't know us, and we don't know you. We're willing to help you. But you have to forgive me. I cannot trust you.
What would you do for your loved one? Would you send other people off to find them? Or would you try to fight for them for yourself?
It depends on my capabilities. And given this situation, if I saw somebody coming with what I thought was better capability and they asked me to go wait at home, I'd probably do it in hopes that they would actually deliver, because I know I wasn't going to be able to provide any help or do it myself. Otherwise, why would I ask?
I can find a way to be useful.
I think it's better to take her with us. That way we can keep an eye on her.
She looks at Jothier, who is apparently going to be casting the deciding vote.
I'm curious, since you do live in the general area, have you ever been to this fortification before.
She nods.
Have you been inside?
Long ago. This has been here for quite some time. Clearly, its original owners are no longer here.
Nyana, I have to say this, do you think you may be being a little biased?
Why would I be?
Maybe you think you have some things in common with this one, and I'll just leave it at that. Look, I trust you, right? But I'm just trying. I think I also care about all of you too, and I don't want this to go sideways. We got the weight of the world on our shoulders right now, and I understand we want to help someone else. Seems to be the pattern, but 1 out of every 10 seem to be good, if you know what I mean.
I don't think it's a problem. I simply think that we're the ones in control here. With our other relationships, it's always been them that were in control.
Nyana, the vision that you had, did it just give you a general sense of where we're going, or did it show you clearly the way we need to go?
It showed
Vision?
clearly that we...
She interrupts. You had a vision?
Oh no.
I had a vision, yes.
She looks a little confused. How did you come across this vision?
Perhaps that is some information I'd like to keep confidential.
Good move.
She nods her head. I understand.
Look, we're getting held up here. We really need to move on. So, if this really boils down to Jolfir making the decision, I will respect that when you two. You have to forgive me, though, Miss... what was it again?
The need.
The need. I'll be keeping my eye on you. But I'll also be keeping my eye out for your husband. Because I understand.
She nods her head up and down.
So
I
let's say-
understand.
let's
You
say
could
you-
keep me unarmed.
If you have magic, you're not unarmed. Don't play it like that. We're not dumb. Jolthir, you have the casting vote. What would you like to do? We need to get moving.
She does claim to know the interior of this place. That could be helpful. And if
I
she had
don't-
wanted to...
I don't know the inside. It's been a very long time since I've been here. I couldn't provide any kind of information like that. I can just provide an extra set of eyes, ears, a little magic. That's it. But he's my husband, please.
We should probably take her in with us. If she stays out here looking, she could inadvertently tip off those who come behind us. We don't want that.
And when that would put her husband in danger. I don't think she would do that. If it's a true story.
Who's coming behind you?
Some very bad people.
Please, you have to take me with you. Don't leave me out here. You're the only ones I've seen since they dragged my husband in here. And if it's you and the bad people, then this is my only chance to fight for my husband. My true love. Beg of you, sir, please.
We should probably take her in with us. If she stays out here looking, she could inadvertently tip off those who come behind us. We don't want that.
She nods her head. I understand.
We I say we take her with us. There's so much danger in this world. Wouldn't hurt to have one more person with us to help keep an eye out. But we'll keep an eye on her. I don't think it's wrong to be a little distrustful of strangers at this point.
All right. Well, let's get cracking then. We have to get in here and get this done.
Begins to wipe the tears away from her face. Thank you. Thank you.
Jothier starts leading his horse back in.
As you, enter the, the portcullis. She stops and she looks like she's staring at the statue outside with the rune. And then looks inside. Do you know what this means?
Yeah, we wrote it there on the ground. Don't mess with that thing. It's a trap.
What is it?
There's some kind of...
You said you had been here before. Was that not here the last time you were around?
Yes, but... Well... You stood around it for a little while. Didn't know if you knew what it was.
It's danger. That's all we know.
Is it safe in there? She's looking around the ceiling and the doorways.
What?
I don't see anything, but it is dark.
I thought you wanted to find your husband.
I do, I'm just... perhaps not as brave as I'd like to be.
You're welcome to go to your cottage or wherever you live and tell us what it is. We can swing by, hopefully with him.
She shakes her head. No, I want to come. I want to come. As long as you'll have me.
Let's keep moving then. We don't want them to catch up to us.
And you said you've come here a long time ago as you're coming in here, but you said a long time ago the green swirly light was there before as well?
Yes, it's been there for some time.
Well, that's something.
Whose horse is this is Iso's horse, yeah. Alright.
I will take this very unique two-headed mount.
Alright.
Take a peek around here and look around, get a good look, see if anything's bouncing back in the firelight.
You detect no traps. Go ahead and make another presence check, because I think you failed them all so far.
Three good ones after the 3 fails, or whatever it was I was rolling for before.
That was your traps. Detecting your traps, wasn't it? ISO. What was your last presence check for, besides the traps?
I had one before that. That was a good one. Oh, it's casting a spell. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
No worries. Let me.
Jothier would
and
be
then
checking for
and then
traps
the
as
message.
well.
That was the other one. The message. That's what the other one you had me roll for.
Yeah.
To be convincing.
Yeah. You're still not aware of your surroundings. You have to keep rolling. Jothier, do I need
to roll again?
You detect no. You haven't. You haven't done anything else. Have
I
you?
got 50.
Okay. Then you pass. No, you're good, Jothier. You haven't done anything else then. So the gate looks a little unsteady. It could be rigged up as a trap, but it doesn't appear to be. It doesn't looked like it's moved in a very long time along the wall. So, you know, if someone waited from the last time they left here to set it off the trap, it would have, you know, it could still be a trap, but no, it doesn't really look like it is.
Do you want to leave our horses here off to the side, or do you want to take them a little closer to the interior keep and park them over there?
Let's keep them here. Don't think it would matter either way.
All right, Buttercup, stay safe. Here's a little bag of feed.
So, if Jothier were to retrieve his bow and, I assume, some sort of quiver of arrows that he took from the armory, is he able to carry that and have hands free?
On your back, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe a hip quiver or something, yeah.
Well, you can still put your quiver and your bow on your back. I think you had a short sword or something. Your weapon, scabbard on your hip. Yeah, you have enough to carry it.
Okay, so Jothier does take his items.
All right. What are you doing with your horse?
Jothier just will follow everyone else's lead in terms of any type of. Doesn't look like there's anything to tie it to. Just leaving it in here with the others. Making sure there's some feed available for it.
Okay. This is all set.
It looks like there's maybe some to the south, and then there's an inner keep.
I think we should check out the light.
The keeps have light, yeah.
Let's go south and look for an entrance.
Well, which way south? Sorry.
Compass south.
Over here.
I don't have the compass up. I don't see. Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, if there's lights in the keep, should we douse our own torches? Who knows what's in there watching?
Good
Well,
idea.
With your excellent observation checks, you can see there's nothing watching. In these windows, no movement. Nothing.
Alright, I don't think there's need.
You said you wanted to go south first, right?
All right. As you approach your destination, you see several sets of stairs here. See one. Wait, is this one? Yeah, to your immediate left. Looks like there's an opening, and it looks like there's more openings further south.
Do you want to go into the keep off to the right, up onto the wall? Maybe see what's on the other side?
Jothier looks over his shoulder to make sure this strange woman has been keeping up.
The strange woman is nowhere to be found.
What happened to that woman? She was with us just a moment ago.
It's okay. She's just getting her dagger warmed up. Don't worry. I feel the tenseness in your back.
Oh.
Can we go back to look for her?
I don't think it matters at this point. As you said, Niana, she has magic anyway. She's probably hiding herself. She might be with us. Who knows? I just know we're here to do a thing, and this is taking a long time to do a thing.
I just call out Lenid and wait if there's a response.
Nothing but the wind. And your echo.
Jothier looks at the other two and says, well, either we've walked into a trap, or we've met a ghost.
I suggest we go into the keep.
Let me take a peek over this wall, and then I'll meet up with you. Iso will head up this staircase to get to the top of the wall. They'll probably keep the torch.
Okay.
The initial goal would be not to let a lot of light, if any, like spill over the edge of the top, you know what I mean? So he's kind of keeping it low and stuff, and then...
Okay. Yeah, when you get to the top of the wall, what are you doing with your torch? And so you're trying to conceal it, but I mean, once you get to the top, it's going to be pretty much like a beacon. It's pretty black up here. So are you...
Yeah, I'm looking to see what I can put over it, but not douse it.
Can lay it down on the ground.
Yeah, I could. You could lay it on the stair or something.
Okay.
I'll probably do that. I'll just take it off him for now.
No, well, I mean, you could. If you're gonna leave it lit, how far do you want to explore? I guess is important too, because, yeah. Yeah, you don't see anything at all. It's just completely dark. Vacant. Looks like nobody's been up here in ages. No idea how long.
I'm very
Dust.
interested in looking over the end of this thing, seeing what's on the other side.
All right.
See if there's anything to make out over there. Like, there's a fortress here for a reason, right? So he's interested in, first of all, what's on the other side.
You can't see anything but blackness.
Just whatever I see on screen.
Um,
In the blackness.
Maybe.
Or is it blacker?
Yeah, it's just pitch black.
Okay, cool. Yeah, on my screen, I think I can make out there's some shapes out there or something, but it's dark.
They may be some additional ruins, like other walls or structures
okay,
like
maybe
that.
That's what that is out there.
Yeah, yeah. Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing of of substance.
So you're looking right, it like ends into the mountainside, right? So realistically, it's like, okay, left is like the only other.
Correct.
Place to
Left
look.
is looks like it's a tower.
So he might sneak on down here.
Sneak.
Yeah.
Okay. Sneak.
Like lie
Sneak
low
roll.
to the side here, this with the steps or whatever. Like slink down and walk around.
All right. Yep. Go ahead and make a roll to sneak Gonna. Oop, nope. You are
It's a 9.
loud and
Jingle, 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 jingle.
scuffing your shoes and everything.
Oh well. He kind of grimaces. Oh, stupid.
But you continue to see nothing but darkness. No light. Just the smell of dust and mildew and just it's like a place that hasn't been used in forever.
From up here, is the fortress uncovered, or does it have ceilings? Is it supposed to have ceilings?
The keep, you mean? Yeah, it has ceilings. You can't see inside.
Okay, so don't worry about that. All right, I was going to ask if I see anything in there, but then I realized it might supposed to be having ceilings.
Yeah.
Let me go back. He's going to be back now.
Okay. Diana and
Okay.
Jothir, are you doing anything while he's scouting out the ramparts here?
Other than looking for all different ways that we could separate and make this harder for you.
Yeah, please, ideally.
I'm going over to this entrance. On my left.
Okay.
Jothir will stick with Nyana, occasionally looking back over his shoulders to see if he could see where ISO had headed.
Okay. All right, Nyana, you see inside lit by candlelight. Candles on the walls, but you don't see or hear anything here from the outside.
I step inside, I guess.
Jothir just kind of looks around the doorway as he steps in, make sure there's no traps, but a little more confident that there's not since Nyana's already stepped inside.
I'm the first one to be finding the traps.
All right.
Okay. So this is pretty well lit in here, correct?
Pretty well. It's candlelight still, but yes. And you say you're looking for traps still, or?
He's keeping a wary eye out, and also he will draw his sword just in case.
Okay.
I'm just looking left and right to see if I can see anything out of the ordinary.
You see some movement at the end of the hall to the right. The very end of the hall.
I see movement. And I point in the direction of where I saw the movement.
Where Nyana points and douses his torch.
Okay. And as you point, Nyana, you hear scratching or some sort of sound in the room behind you as well. Nyana.
I think we might be getting ambushed. I want to follow Ice's example and douse my torch and take out my knife.
Okay.
Whose example?
Your first example?
Let me see something.
If we're starting to see things, and Jothir would whisper this to Nyana, if we're starting to see things, if we're starting to hear things, perhaps we should wait for ISO to join us. Safety in numbers.
I suggest we could hang around this entrance for the time being. Keep an eye out.
Alright. Giving ISO a chance to catch up then.
Okay, yeah, I was waiting to see. I
Yep.
paused.
Yep, you're good.
So he'll make his way towards their light.
Okay. You
Kinda
see
looking around as
them.
he goes.
You see them disappear inside and then abruptly come right back to the doorway.
He'll come up here. Oh, well, there doesn't appear to be anything up there. I can see the roof of this place, and it's very dark over the other edge. Looks like maybe some more ruins on the other side, but nothing.
There's plenty of action over here, though.
Oh, what do you mean?
I've seen movement on the right and heard something on the left.
He draws a
Did
sword.
something.
All right, let's just hope we don't find Magic Girl and end up stabbing her by accident or something.
So, any preference, left or right?
Well, left is always right.
Nice.
So that gets my vote.
Jothier just kind of nods at the comment and starts to move very, as well as he can, stealthily to the left.
All right. Sneak roll, sir. We'll say agility.
You want me just to keep the one I had before? The 9?
Yeah. No. Well, no, you're doing something else. You can reroll.
Okay. Iso tries to like wrap his jingle buckles and things.
I would be putting my difficulty reduction into this, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I believe it's a total of 14.
Okay.
50.
Okay. Nyan, are you sneaking or what are you doing?
I think I'll be sneaking. Agility, right?
Yes, sir. Nope. You're not sneaking. Unless you want to use your omen or something.
Hold on, I'm doing a check if this is one of those numbers.
One of those numbers? I think it's just a reroll anything. Any roll. For your omens.
Oh no, just in terms of am I whistling or not?
Oh.
But I'm not. It's an 8 and an 8 is not one of the numbers. It's just a
Okay.
vote.
Right, right.
Nice.
So you're moving left as well, Nyana, too?
Yes, very loudly apparently.
Okay. You can go ahead and stand in front of the door, Nyana, and Iso, you want to sneak to the other side? Yeah, Nyana, no, you're in the middle of the door, Nyana. You have no sense of no sense of stealth. Iso's hiding behind the door. Jothir's hiding behind the door. You're
I'm
just
just standing here.
You're just standing here. Why are you guys being quiet?
Staring at whatever that is.
All right. Nyana, you see a figure in the shadows. And when you come into the doorway, the head snaps straight to you. It's got pointed ears, claws for hands. Are you stepping into the room? Or in the
Yes.
doorway? Okay. It just looks at you and doesn't move otherwise.
I whisper back. There's definitely enemies in here.
Are they attacking you?
I don't know.
How many are there?
Presence check, Diana. Let's see how well you observe. See if you observe better than you
one.
sneak. Woo! All right, Diana, you count 3, 4. You look to
Yes,
your
4.
left, and the things to your left look at you. In the far dark corner of the room, you see something in the shadows turn to look at you as well.
I count a total of 4 in this room. They're not moving.
What are they doing? Do you see anything else?
Do you
This is
see
odd.
the other exits?
They're just standing there. They're kinda ugly.
Do they look like what that woman was talking about?
Well, they sure have the pointy ears and the claws. I'm not close enough to see their teeth.
Ask them if they want to also join our party.
Nice.
And we'd be asking where they keep her husband. Anyways, I want to make one step further into the room.
Okay, go ahead.
There, creature. We came here because someone's kept here against his will.
The creature leaps on top of it, bears some very large-looking fangs at you, and hisses. And you can definitely see the fangs now. And it looks like it's about ready to leap menacingly at you.
Right, I take a small step back. I don't think it's willing to talk with us.
The other creatures also take a few
Do you see
steps
anything?
towards you.
Do you see anything in there that might point us to why the vision led us here when we were looking for the demon?
I don't think we have time for that discussion.
Jothier quickly sheaths his short sword and tries to take out it, string it with an arrow.
Oh, you don't have your bow equipped. Gosh darn it. All right.
Isa will step up here to provide Niana some assistance should she get rushed. But he'll walk in slowly with his sword not up like his character has, but still in his hand.
So you're giving up on your stealth?
Yeah.
Okay.
After seeing Jothier pull out a bow and stuff, yeah, totally. I don't want to leave her just in the front.
All right. Let's go ahead and roll, I guess, the initiative.
Mine should actually be 2 more. I didn't adjust it.
1d6 plus presence, right?
Yes.
Seven.
Jothier, what'd you get?
It's at 1d6 plus the presence modifier.
Yep.
6.
Okay. Ayana, looks like you
I
get
fixed mine.
first stab, pun intended.
Alright, I'll first roll for how much magic I can use.
Okay.
Seems I have only 5 uses.
All right. Well, until you rest.
Yeah, I suppose.
So what's
So
your
I
move?
want to go back to an old classic.
Okay.
I want to use Foul Psycho Pump to summon either zombies or skeletons.
Okay. Let's see if you can make it happen. Ooh, you do make it happen.
Right, I guess the next roll is to find out if it will be zombies or skeletons and how many.
We'll just say it'll be. Well. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Looks like it'll be zombies. And I will roll a d4 to determine how many. Four.
All right. You now have a wall of protection in front of you.
ISO gasps.
It is alright, Isa. They're mine.
If you say so, Johanna.
Okay. Who's next? ISO? Oh, you guys both got set. Oh. Well, it's fine. What's ISO doing?
He is, well, he was gonna kind of hold off to the end of the round, if you will.
For the purpose of... ISO?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I was talking. You didn't hear me before?
No.
Oh, weird. Okay, so ISO was moving up, to provide Niana some defensive measures, just in case these things charged. Would definitely
Definitely what?
wasn't expecting these zombies to show up.
Okay. Well, then,
So
Jothier. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, he's just he's holding his action until later to, again, see if these things charge over.
All right, Jothier.
Jothier knocks an arrow into the bow, still staying behind this wall, but peeking around a little bit, trying to remain hidden, but trying to get line of sight on one of these creatures to be ready to fire.
Okay. You could probably get a line on the one directly in front of you through the door here. Anything else, you're going to lose your sneak roll. Although you may want to let ISO and Nayana know to not move, so they don't get an arrow to the back of the head. You shooting?
No, I'm holding until I'm waiting to see what happens, waiting to see what they do. He's just ready. So if they charge, he would not be unprepared.
Okay. All right. Then it's the creature jumps to the side of the wall above you, Nyana, and then lands on the ground in front of you and takes a swipe. Hissing.
Well, it seems I didn't prepare for the attack from above. What was it? Was it
Agility.
Hillard?
Real quick question. I know this isn't D&D, but I know that D&D had something where, like, when you prepare, when the enemy attacks, you get an attack prior to theirs if your turn you're preparing first. Does it work this way here?
No, I
don't think so.
Yeah, I don't remember reading anything like that. Mork Borg is pretty rules light.
But I
Yeah,
was
whatever the
pretty
DM wants.
successful.
Would you say, Nyana?
I was successful in my role.
Okay. All right. You're able to lean out of the way then. All right. The other creatures start running along the wall and takes a swipe at your... oops, that's the wrong swipe. That's your wall of defense as it leaps down, and the other one just makes a mad dash. All right, make 2 rolls there, Nyana, for your minions.
First roll success.
Did this one step past her other people here that's in front of her?
And 1 failure.
It jumped over them onto the wall and then jumped down.
Since I was holding my action for that kind of thing, could I still step forward and stab it on the way down? Since it's obviously aggressive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what I was asking about too.
Stabbed and shot then. Maybe.
Yeah, because since it jumped up in the air, I was kind of wondering, my
Well,
bow was at the ready.
Yeah, I thought you were waiting to shoot it. I thought you were just
waiting, like.
I was waiting to see what they would do.
I see.
That thing launches
Okay.
in the air.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you can take a shot too then. I misunderstood. I thought you were just getting ready. But yeah, go ahead. You can both roll then.
A 10.
18.
18 will hit, 10 will not.
what's the damage for a bow?
I believe it's D6.
Four. The black tipped arrows don't do anything with these creatures, right?
Guess you're about to find out. They do, in fact. Deal extra damage to make sure they were all at the right health. And you rolled a failure for your guy there. Roll.
Me?
No. Nyana's minion.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Had a
One
failure.
failed, one succeeded.
Okay. Roll a d6.
Six.
Okay. The creature just tears straight through the shield, tears off the arm, just does massive trauma to the body. Your minion is barely standing still, but he's up. All right, back to you then, Nyana. Back to the top. It was all four, right? 1, 2, 3. Oh no, there's one more. He's just gonna run screeching closer to the engagement now. All right, now Nyana, what are you doing?
Well, firstly, I want my zombies to attack.
Okay.
I want the ones on the left to just attack the ones they're facing, and the other two turn around and attack the one that's attacking me.
Well, you already had another minion protecting you. Now you have two more. All right. Roll for the two on the left first. Wait. To be clear, the ones on your left, are they each attacking their own creature, or are they both attacking the same?
Each attacking their own.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll
The
then.
first two rolls.
Yeah. The one on the most left will be the top roll.
Is it strength or presence?
Strength for them. I see. Let's see. You're controlling them magically, so yeah, we'll say presence then, I guess. Woo! All right. One hit. One miss. Roll d6 for your hit.
Four.
All right, with its one good arm, it cleaves a nasty chunk out of the creature, causing it to shriek in pain, recoil just a little bit. Your other one, the creature just easily dodges it, sidesteps. And, all right, you have two more, so go ahead and roll for both of those guys, since they're attacking the same target. All right, one more. All right, one hit, one miss. D6.
Three.
All right. Pounds him in the back with his mace. You can hear the crunch of bones. All right, ISO, I believe you're next. I don't know why I keep putting this away.
Okay. I think he's going to try to
Try to what?
take care of this one in front of him.
Okay. The one closest.
Yeah, that's threatening him. And
Oh,
the
I'm looking at it from the wrong perspective. Okay, go for it.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's not you. It's me.
Another 10.
Another miss.
Obviously, ISO did train with Geralt. I just want to make sure you understand how deep I'm role-playing here.
Okay.
Or Gerhardt.
Right. It's an off day. All your stats went down. All your attacks are going down. It's understandable. It's perfect.
That's actually went up. That's the sad part.
Oh, yours went up. It was Joe Theer who went down. That's right.
Today, they went down over the last couple, but they went
I
one bump
see.
up, which is good.
Well, Joe Theer, back to you.
Jeffio, now that I
Everybody's going to
Joe Theer
be...
knocks another arrow.
Yeah, everybody's going to be in melee range, so you're going to run a high risk of hitting somebody if you try to go ranged.
How does that work in this constant? Is it if he misses, he rolls again to see if he...
I don't know. We'll see how low, I guess. You get close, I would say no, but
Okay, like margin of error, kind of. Then roll to see if you hit one of us.
right.
Okay, cool.
All right, Joe Theer's looking around the room, seeing how crowded and congested it's gotten, and just throws the bow to the floor and tries to grab his sword out.
Okay.
Taking those actions, would he still get to try and swing?
Yeah, since you threw to the floor. Sure.
Okay,
Yay.
You're
Joe Theer's
gonna
going to try and rush in and thrust into that closest one.
left. This over here. This guy.
oh.
All right. Wow.
Which one makes sense that he would have the...
Probably this one.
Chris.
You could go
Yeah.
either way, but yeah, no but. Just you can go either way.
You can push me aside if you want to.
Yes, just gonna say.
Just
Nyana,
just
everybody's throwing their bodies in front of Nyana to take all the blows.
step to her. Just step to her right.
Such chivalry on
Yeah.
display.
Yeah, Joe Theer's going to try and protect the group over the
Squeeze into the
additional
right.
party.
All right. Take a swing, sir. Chivalry isn't dead in this universe.
Get a good roll.
Okay, well, doing all the modifiers, it looks like 19.
Oh, that's a hit for
Woo.
sure. All right, damage.
One, but this is also a black tip blade as well.
All right. You thrust into the creature, and it grabs at your sword, falls backwards off the tip of your sword, and collapses onto the floor. And it's time for the creatures. All right. Go ahead and roll for the defense of your minion there, Nyana. Over on your far right. Going to attack here first. Actually, you can just roll. You can just roll like 3d20 for your presence or whatever. Yeah, just roll it 2 more
Fine.
times.
All right.
This. All right.
All
Those are
right.
going to
One
be.
rec-
Well, I mean, they're not regular. They're minions. They're slow. So those will be 3 hits. Well, you know what? We'll just leave that one actually. It'll be 2 hits on the wings. So roll d6 twice.
I'll just do 2d6.
Actually, just roll 1 because I think your dude on the end here. Yeah, he only has 1 left, so he's just gonna collapse, no matter what you roll. So yeah, just roll 1.
1.
1. It is. All right.
Yes, you said just roll 1. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Should have been less specific. Darn. All right. I collapse one of yours, lifts its claws towards ISO, and just hisses, gloating over its little victory. The other one just rakes its claws in the back. Of your minion over against the wall. And we're back to you, Nyana.
All right. Well, I'll have the 2 on the right turn around to face the other one. And the one remaining on the left will just do his swing.
All right. You can just roll 2 and then 1.
Alright, this is the first 2. Looks like 1 success, 1 fails.
Right. And then your yeah, you can go ahead and roll damage or however you want to do it. It's another hit, right?
Yep.
Okay, so roll 2d6. We'll use the first one on the right.
Five and 2.
All right, 5. All right, your minion pierces him pretty grievously. You hear it squeal. And the second one also takes a nasty little hit. The second creature. But your minions are still standing. So, ISO?
So ISO is going to see that the one on the left over here is now unimpeded. He'll step over there, maybe to its side. I don't remember. So there's a zombie thing to its, I don't know, its left, I guess. This guy
Right.
over here.
Yeah, that's when you're
Does,
attacking.
I can't remember if in Mork Borg, if I were to technically get to the other side of him and he's having to deal with this zombie in front of him and me behind him, if that gives any kind of help to an attack.
Yeah, there's a backstrike. Well, I mean,
So I could do that, like from here, like go over there. And
well,
smack him?
if you were behind him, but I mean, I don't think you can do it like that. Like if you ambush from behind him, you can, but
Well, so I guess what I'm saying is he's having to potentially deal with me and this other zombie thing right in front of it, so he can't be jumped.
well, no, he just killed the zombie thing and looked at you, so he is directly facing you.
You know, I think that I did ask if there was a flanking bonus in a previous session. I'm pretty sure you said no.
No, there is. We've done it several times. There's not a flanking bonus as in like you don't get a bonus if ISO is behind him too. Like that's a different mechanic.
I think a flanking bonus is more like an ambush bonus.
Yes. Well, I don't know. I know
Well,
there's
that's
a
different.
flanking mechanic. I've played several
Yep.
war games where there is a flanking bonus. Like if you
Exactly,
have a
yeah.
couple of your
So-
models nearby, then you get a bonus to your attack. But there's nothing like that here. If you were behind it, there's backstrikes. Like, yes.
Yeah, so if I'm fighting it and it turns to fight me, and I position myself so it turns its back on the zombie and the zombie hits it, is it considered a backstrike? Or is it only
No,
a backstrike
what I-
if it's ambush?
What I'm saying is that you can't move past it. It's looking at you. So if you're looking at this in war game terms, right? Like he's got a 360-degree arc, right? And around the 180 line, like 0 to 180, or basically across his shoulders, there's a line, right? That's his front arc, and then there's his back arc. You're going to have to cross
So if
through his front arc to get to his back arc, which
Oh, yeah.
you would
no,
take
no,
a
I understand for
potential
me. I
strike.
don't care about me. No, because I have my weapon out. We're facing off. Like think.
right. I get that. So he's
I'm
looking
circling
directly
him.
at
I'm
you.
doing this. He's facing me. He's facing me. He's facing me. He's still facing. You know, we're circling. I can go as long if I go run past him.
Okay, so you're saying as he follows you? I can't hear you if you're talking.
Sorry, I took my finger off this stupid push talk. So I'm just trying to make sure that tactically, if later, you know, if he's tracking me and his back is facing somebody like Jothier or
Yes, then Jothier would get the advantage, yes. So you're drawing him around and attacking, is what I'm understanding. Right?
yes,
Okay. Alright. Swing away.
$13.
Narrow miss. Your blade just misses him by a hair. He's very quick, very
Yeah.
agile. Go ahead.
Do you get a bonus to hit with this special sword on these?
No.
Okay.
Damage, yes. To hit, no.
Okay, Roger.
All right. Dan, let's see. Jothier. You've got Nyana concentrating on her minions. 3 of the creatures still standing. What are you doing?
Seeing that ISO went to face off against one, and the zombies have the other two pretty walled off at the moment, Jothier turns to the creature facing off with ISO and tries to stab it in the back.
All right. Attack. Attack from the back.
Uh, 14.
Your blade just barely connects. Go ahead and roll damage. Actually, no, it's not just barely. You said 14?
Yes.
Yep. Go ahead. Just damage. D6.
What's the bonus he gets for back attacking? Is it damage and attacking?
Well, it just reduces the difficulty by 2.
Oh, I see.
I believe that's how this game handles that. It doesn't get into all like the fancy mechanics.
And that is on top of my normal reduction, correct?
On top of
Because I already have a difficulty -2 for agility.
Isn't that ability when you're just trying to not be seen, though?
I don't know. Is it?
You
have to
tell
read the
me.
wording
It's
on
your
it.
character.
I think it says for any agility or presence checks for a thief. Something generic. Like, I mean, would you consider backstab in the bucket or not?
What does it say? What's the wording?
What I have noted is all agility tests.
and presence. That's what I remember.
No, it wouldn't be presence. It would just be
You might have to look in the book.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You are right. It is presence. Presence and agility tests have their DR
Yeah.
reduced by 2.
Yeah, thieves are good in this.
Wow. My bad. Okay. Thought it was just for tests to keep yourself concealed, but okay. Cool. All right. Yeah, you're good then. Well, no, that's
Okay.
a strength test though. The sword. Dagger would be your agility. Your bow would be your agility.
Okay, so I need to roll against strength, you're saying?
For this, yes. If you already hit it, let's just roll damage and next time roll strength. We'll move on. It's not that big of a deal. You hit him, roll damage, and the next time just
Damage
strength.
was- I rolled 6 for damage.
Oh, 6. Okay. That's why I had it up. Oh, wow. You absolutely cleave his shoulder off, and he just keels over silently. Just hear his body hitting the floor.
Nice read, Jothier.
Okay. And, he's going to quickly move and lunge at you, ISO. And Nyana, you can actually roll as well. It's going to swing at one of your minions against the wall.
One roll.
Yes. Roll presence, by the way, not agility. You're using your magic here still.
No success.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage. ISO, did you avoid?
Yes.
Oh, yes, you did.
Damage is 2.
All right, you both... Well, you avoid ISO. Nyana's minion, not so lucky. Okay, and back to Nyana.
Alright, well my 2 on the right are gonna attack that one. And the one I have left will come up behind this one. That has shifted its focus.
Okay. All right, go ahead and roll for the 2 against the wall first.
One success, 1 failure.
Oh, yeah.
I'll roll for the third one first.
Okay.
I think is a failure, unless you
Yeah.
consider it a backstab.
No, it is a backstab, so that's a hit. So 2d6. We'll go right to left for the damage. All right, 3 and 5.
Yes.
Oops. All right, the creature closest to the wall squeals as it takes... Actually, they both do. Take some nasty damage. All right, ISO.
Does this thing turn its attention to the zombie that just smacked the crap out of it?
No, it's still looking right at you. And it's starting to
Okay.
drool.
I will attempt to continue to do the thing. You know, I'll move out here a little bit and then try to hit it. Same thing.
All right.
21 to hit.
Oh, that's a hit. Damage, sir. Damage, ISO.
4.
What, you rolled D8 for a sword?
Yeah.
I've been telling you wrong. Oh, wait, you don't have a short sword. You have a regular sword, right?
Yeah, longsword. Not to be confused with a two-handed sword, but just a sword.
All right, you smack him and he stumbles back into the zombie's sword, which pierces through, and he dies, clutching at it and sliding off. Jothier?
Sorry, I've got an ad up, so I have a very, very small view of this screen.
Well, just tell me what you want to do.
There's only the one creature left, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Since it is a bit crowded around with the other two zombies and Diana standing here to the side, Jothier quickly, with his free hand, tries to pull out his dagger and stab it through an opening between the zombies.
You throwing your sword to the ground?
No, I mean it's a one-handed sword. You could still use the dagger, right? The free hand.
Yeah, with your offhand, sure. Just making sure. So it's gonna be more difficult than with your main hand. All right, go ahead and roll agility if you're using your dagger.
Probably end up balancing out.
All right, comes to a 13.
Would be a miss. All right, Jothier. It turns. Oops. And lunges at you with its mouth, going in for a bite.
I rolled a 20.
Oh, wow. Easily dodged.
Parry, thrust, stab, counter. You rolled like a natural 20?
Yeah, natural 20.
Oh, then yeah. You gotta tell me if it's a natural 20, not just 20, because it's a big difference. Well, you get to roll a counter attack.
I've been doing that when
Yeah, if it's a natural 20, you gotta tell me. Or if you roll...
I try to differentiate. Like if it's the base roll, I'll say I rolled the number, and then if it's like with the additives, I'll say the modification.
You gotta say natural 20, so I know. Roll your counter attack.
Okay.
You gotta scream like the nature boy and say, woo, when it happens, so we know it's natural.
Yeah.
All right. Base roll 7. I'm not even gonna bother with the modifications. That's pretty much a miss.
You dodged easier than you counterattacked. All right, Nyana, it's back to you.
Well, it seems Gopher can use some help, so I'm gonna let those two do their swings. And I'm just gonna leave the other one off to the side.
Okay. Swing away. Oh, there's one hit. All right, 2 hits, 2d6 damage. Oh, don't even roll. Don't even roll. They absolutely slaughter him.
I'm gonna be rebellious.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely killed him like 4 times over. And the room goes quiet once more.
Seeing the room cleared, Jothier would sheath his blades and go pick up his bow.
And I drop my concentration and let the zombies be dead again.
Should make you have to kill them each time. That would be outstanding. I might do that in the future. Be prepared.
Just send them to the top of the keep and tell them to jump off.
Yeah. Except they're dead, so they just come back just a little
I'm sure-
slower.
Yeah,
Broken
I mean-
legs, they'll just crawl on their hands and knees.
All right, buddy. Show off. Do it again. Head first this time.
You can also
Alright,
do last zombie standing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, now kill each other. Alright. The room is empty now, it looks like. You care to look around? Or you can move on, or what do you... You'll
Is
tell
that
me.
a sarcophagus over there?
Yes. There are several in the room. And they look like they are part of the original structure. They don't look like they've been added since it was built.
Do you want to check that? Everyone, I will check the this thing in the far left corner.
Yeah, but I'll check the one right here.
Jothier, what are you doing?
Jothier warily walks up to the sarcophagus, not knowing what would be inside, having memories of the smell in the shack.
Oh,
Okay.
But he'll
The-
assist Diana.
The sarcophagi, they're just in various states of damage and decay, but there are bodies inside, and it appears that they've been dead quite some time, and there are fang marks in them. Different places, it looks like the creatures were feeding on them.
is the symbol on
Is the what, I'm sorry?
the symbol over here?
Coming?
The symbol on the sarcophagus next to where I'm at.
Oh. It's just artwork. Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing relevant. It may match other artwork you see throughout the keep.
I didn't see anything over here.
Nothing special here either. Though it appears that these creatures are feeding off the dead.
All right, moving on then.
Shall we continue?
Oh, there you go.
Are we able to see these bodies?
They just look like their bodies prepared for burial. Nothing particularly special about them.
So the bodies are wrapped?
Yeah, somewhat. There may be, some parts of it unwrapped. It's gotten old, and it's obviously not been sealed up. It's been tampered with a million times.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out if it's the type of appearance where Jothier would be like, yeah, let me rummage around these pockets.
Oh, you have no idea. They look very, very old.
Jothier's gonna follow the group.
Jothier's gonna what?
Follow the group.
Okay.
Ice is going to peer down this staircase and
You hear nothing, but you see nothing, but you hear sounds, and as you approach the door, you see a creature flash through and flee from you around the corner.
Ah, more.
I think that was it from that room. Let's actually do presence checks for sight and sound again. Observation.
Oh man, I just passed my other one. I'm gonna do it again.
Well, yeah, you just finished combat, though.
Now I'm listening harder after all that.
Now you can't hear over your own heavy breathing. Oh, yeah, you're good.
Probably.
All right. Was that yours, 9-11, or was that from the combat?
That was mine, yes.
Okay. And Jothier?
I rolled I'll say it just so that it's very clear, Nat 16.
Nat 16. Only Nat 20 matters. And 1.
I know.
Okay, so Jothier and Iso, you can hear the things moving and chittering or something, communicating maybe. But you can tell the sounds are moving away from you.
Do you want to check this area to the left where it fled, or follow it?
And the sounds, like I said, they're fading, going away from you.
It might be dangerous. They could all be in there.
You mean following it or looking to the left?
Following it. Are they moving?
They're moving away. You can hear them chittering to each other.
Jothier whispers, wouldn't it just be a real shame if we should have gone down the other hallway?
I say going forward is better than going backwards. Maybe it loops around.
Iso's gonna run over here and check around in this area.
The room looks empty, similar to the one you just left.
Look in the sarcophagus that's cracked or whatever. Same thing, like
Yep,
leaking
same
body parts
thing.
or whatever.
Just bodies in there, wrapped up. The wrappings, again, may have been disturbed.
Same to the left here.
Fang marks on everything. All right.
I'll move up to the corner of this door or whatever.
All right, and as you do, the creatures flee out of the room.
They seem to be moving away now. Maybe they're scared since we had to fight some of them.
Yeah, we might have scared them off.
There's a bigger sarcophagus in this room. I don't know if that matters. I mean, it generally does matter. Something more important or something?
Probably. You can always take a quick peek.
Jothier, you keeping up, I assume?
Oh, this has writing on it. He leans in to read it.
It's not a language you're familiar with.
Good.
But it does match the writing on the around here in this building, on the walls, on the other tombs, graves, whatever you
Hey,
call them.
Jothier, does this look like it has any mechanisms that would punish us for opening it? I think my spell is worn off.
Actually, Jothier, you don't know what it says, but you recognize the style of writing. It's from the book you took from the night that you met.
And Jothier's gonna look around for traps as he addresses Iso. I don't know what this says, but the writing, it just looks familiar. I couldn't read that book that I had obtained from that one night back in Belmouth, but it looked very much like this. Do I need to roll another check for the traps?
Yes, if you're changing your actions, yeah.
Tell me when to move.
Shh, nowhere.
That's what I'm saying.
Shh.
I rolled a 3, so if the traps are really, really bad, I might see them.
You see no traps? This is the safest part of the building that you've been in yet.
Alright, well, I want to try and open the sarcophagus.
All right,
For
it's already
science, of course.
the top's already been partially slit open. You can slide it open more, look inside, and you just see more of the same. Wrapped figures, teeth marks, just
Anything
various states of decay.
valuable.
No, just maybe an old sword or something like that. It would all be ceremonial. The sword would be in rough shape.
Alright, I'll leave it as it is.
Okay, nothing in here. Well, we can go this way or that way. Which one do you prefer? To the right might loop back, to the left goes further in. Did we see which direction the creatures went? Did,
Yeah,
when it popped
they-
in here, didn't they? They, ran
They
to the
fled
door I'm
this
at, right?
way. Yeah, they fled the way you're facing.
Okay. Do you want to go the way the creatures went or away from?
I don't know. Is there anything in particular I see when I look down this hallway, I guess?
No, not with an 11. You don't, just looks like a hallway. You see nothing.
You got me looking down this hallway with a 15 or whatever I rolled last time.
With 15, no, you just hear the sounds. They're still receding from you at this point.
There's
You
still
don't
plenty of room going this way. They're moving away, so it keeps going. I swear, I swear, I think I hear Loxanne coughing or something. Like it's that milk-ridden, bubbly sound, like foamy burps. So I know it's him.
Jothier tries to move stealthily up to the archway where ISO is.
Okay. So you're
Up
sneaking.
here, we're going that way.
I'm sorry, what?
If you're trying to sneak, as in not be detected by other creatures, people, whatever, then yeah, roll.
Nat 20.
Okay. You are.
Iso's not trying to sneak because he has a torch out.
Yeah,
He
you
looks
you
at
snuck
Jothier.
past ISO. No, you can't even see Jothier. He just snuck right by you.
Oh,
So-
really? Okay.
I'm
Can I
kidding.
try and be stealthy once more?
Yeah, sure.
I guess ISO seeing that people want to sneak, he'll put his torch away. There's lights in here anyway. There seem to be, at least, right?
Same
No?
candlelight throughout the building. It looks like so far throughout the structure.
He will also attempt to go quietly into the night, well, or into the light.
As Jothier passes, ISO will whisper. The question is, are they fleeing or leading us deeper into a trap?
Do you want me to cast my spell? I would attempt to.
I want to add that I rolled a 5, which means I'm doing the exact opposite of being quiet.
Yep. It's time for you to start whistling.
Yes.
Also, earlier Jothier would have sheathed all his blades, but as he's coming up to this archway, he'll pull his dagger.
Okay. I'm gonna leave your sword so I don't have to keep changing between them.
Iso's going to attempt his spell again.
Okay. The magical traps.
Yeah, that's too
All right.
handy. I mean, at least once.
Cast away.
And I got 11.
You detect nothing. Seems safe. All right, moving up, everybody.
Yes, I'll be tiptoeing behind them.
You'll be not. You're definitely not the one tiptoeing.
I am. I'm just making a whole lot of other noises.
Right, and whistling.
I think I
Okay,
hear them up ahead.
you do. And they seem to have stopped in this room.
Those things move really creepy when I see them moving by doorways.
Yeah. Thriller. Thriller.
Why can I move?
Shh. Because you stay where you're right where you're at. Quiet.
We had to pick somebody to be sacrificed, and you didn't show up again, so
All right, let's keep going.
I'm just kidding.
I thought I was.
Shh. I will kick you out of the room.
Well,
Right.
very stealthy me wants to peek into the room.
Okay. Go ahead and pop your head in the door.
Hey guys!
You hear a
It's
raspy
like a
voice
bird
say,
whistle, or-
"Yeah, go ahead and whistle." Yeah, you're as you whistle into the room, everything turns to look at you, and a very raspy voice, deep voice says, "Come in." Bring your friends.
I've just been invited in.
Does it sound from? You said a deep raspy voice. Does it sound like any
Yes.
voice we've heard before?
No.
Oh, it does.
No.
No, it doesn't.
Nope. Very unfamiliar.
Not wanting to leave Niana in danger by herself. ISO will move up.
Both of us may as
Oh.
well be in danger.
I'll walk into the
All right.
middle of the room to maximize my distance from all of them.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, what is that?
Jothier, what are you doing?
Jothier will walk in behind them, since they do seem to know that a group is here.
Right, you see all the creatures just holding back. They're all looking at you. And you see a large, very large, compared to the others, one of the creatures, blood red. And why have you come to our home?
We are seeking a key.
A key? Oops.
A key that is able to close a portal.
You can hear the other creatures around you cheering to each other as if they're talking about you. Get the distinct impression they are, in fact, talking about you. You have intruded into our home. The large one continues speaking. Why do you think there's a key? And why do you think you have the right to come into our home to get it?
It's been foretold in a vision. And visions do not lie.
We're here to save the world.
Which of you... Well, you actually also all notice a man with shoulder-length brown hair in a cage. He's just got his hands on the bars and he's looking out at you. And doesn't say anything. And how did you get this vision?
I got this vision from a statue not too far from here. It was a statue of the demon Sarakanov.
So you are here to do Sarakanov's bidding.
No, actually quite the opposite. We actually know Sarakanov is going here, but we want to get the key before he does.
He cannot come here. He cannot
He's sending
pass
a
the
force of-
rune at the gate.
He's sending a force of evil humans, other ones, to come here. Do you know a Lord Gannison, by any chance? You seem to speak our language very well. You seem educated.
I know no Lord Gannison. This is
He
my
knows
home.
of this place. He is on his way. And I assure you, if we could pass the barrier, so could he and his men. We did set a trap. Hopefully they fall for it, but they will be here.
He'll bring an army.
And then they will hand the key over, if should they get it, to Sarakanov.
The key you speak of is we are sworn to defend.
What of that man there? Were you defending the key? Did he intrude?
He looks to the cage. The man inside. The man inside starts shaking his head no, looking between you and the demon. He is here by choice.
What? That's not what the need said outside.
We sure that this is the right person?
Oh, yes. I mean, he's wearing a green tunic, long hair. No discernible markings otherwise.
He finally speaks up when you mention the name.
Tall.
You saw Lanid?
Oh, yeah, she conned us into coming in here looking for you. And then
You
she
didn't...
Took off
Wait,
somewhere.
wait, you didn't invite her inside, did you?
Well, I certainly didn't, but that's beside the point. That doesn't mean others didn't.
We did, in fact, invite her in here, if that's what you're asking.
She said that you're married to her. Or rather, she's looking for you. You're her husband. She was worried. Can't leave a girl waiting like that. Not drug off by monsters, according to her. Sounds like it's story time, though, so let me get out my book. I love taking the notes on these.
I told you the story. You hear a familiar voice from behind you. You see Lanid standing in the door. If you should turn.
Oh. Wonderful. Well, it sounds like it's about to be contradicted.
Everything I said was true. She starts walking into the room and beyond you towards the cage. She holds her hand up around her, pointing at all the creatures. These creatures came to take him. They drug him here against my will.
Against your will.
He's my husband. I should have a say, don't you think? The man in the cage just falls to his knees, doesn't say anything. This place used to be my home. Our home. Until the Stygilus came and made a deal with this one. She points to the blood-red one, who has begun slowly backing away from her.
Does he appear scared?
Yes. And you'll notice the mood of the creatures around you have changed. Their interest is now drawn to the front of the room as opposed to the center.
I'm sure that you would be willing to give up the key and her husband. No? Wouldn't you?
Before he speaks, she waves her hand with a flick of the wrist. And you can see blood start to spurt from the creature's neck as it grasps at it, falls to its knees, and then to the ground.
Just a wee bit of magic, you say?
She flicks her wrist again. The cage flies open. The creatures begin to feed on the larger one at the front of the room. She walks slowly to her husband, stops halfway, and points to the door to the right. What you want is in there. Take it and leave. And never come back.
Oh, aye.
Right away.
Wouldn't want to mess with you after that, for sure.
Jothier?
Jothier follows after them. Yep.
All right, you see a
Oh, yeah.
Familiar-
How can you whistle?
purple glow into the room next door. Sorry, go ahead.
I said, Diana, how can you whistle at a time like this?
I'm not whistling.
Jothier, you definitely hear her whistling. You don't even need a roll to hear it. She is definitely
ignore it.
whistling. Okay.
Why would I whistle? That would be stupid.
I don't know, it's quite catchy.
You're
Just a little
taking me
happy
for a fool.
for now.
I will not fall for you, Jack. Also.
The Ark of the Covenant.
Jothier approaches the doorway but does not go in yet. Just tries to look around the room.
It just looks like there's two giant things. You don't know what they are. They could be giant tombs. Don't know what they are. They're in the back of the room, but otherwise the only thing that looks like is in this room is this this case, this chest.
Is that trap spell still working?
Yes.
Well, annoyed by these false
Or wait.
accusations,
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay. Did you succeed, or do you want to try again? Is what you're asking. Did you succeeded last time in your last trap spell?
Oh, I was going to try again.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
$17.
All right. You detect particularly nasty little trap on it, but almost as you detect it, it disappears. And you hear
Nyana, there's
and you hear
nothing to
Lanid's
worry
voice
about.
in your head say, "Take it and leave." She seems pretty insistent.
We'll do. I think it's safe. My spell is telling me.
I want to try and open the chest.
Okay. You open it. You moving up, Jothier? Sorry, I keep moving you like you're my character. Or you stand back still?
Jothier will. You know what? Jothier will actually kind of hang back a little bit. I assume this chest is glowing.
Yes.
Yeah, Jothier's going to hang back a little bit. Inside the room, but by the doorway.
All right. Inside, you find a gauntlet. Very much like the gauntlets you've seen on the Stygilus. The same type of armor. It rests on a purple velvet cushion, and that's it. That's all that's in here.
I will want to take the gauntlet and the cushion.
Okay, it's like a giant pillow, the size of the entire bottom of the chest.
Jothier
So-
sheaths his sword and walks over, reaching into his pack, and pulls out that box from previously, and said, we did carry a hand in this before. Do you think this gauntlet will fit?
It'll fit. Looks about the right size.
Just in case it is emanating any type of
Yes.
foul magic.
Just for clarity, I have claimed the pillow.
Okay, walking around with a giant pillow. Got it.
Is Nyana putting the gauntlet into the box?
Yes, but not the pillow.
Actually, let's call it a bracer. That's right. I don't want it to be confused with something else. It's a bracer, not a gauntlet. Thank you, Redley.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So it's like a okay. Gotcha.
It still fits in the box, though. You're good.
Are we supposed to put it on, or are we just supposed to bring it back?
We should bring it back. That's what we promised.
Well, we said we would find it. And we would be bringing it back, even if one of us was equipped with it. But I'm just thinking for a bit, as we make our way out. If we bring this back and somebody else decides they're going to put it on,
We
it
just
might be
need
one
to
more thing
perfect-
to lord over us. What if we had the power, like on our side for once?
That's assuming that it has useful powers for us. And I don't know if the commander in Doomguard will be happy if we disobey your instructions.
Oh, come on. I mean, we could say that we tripped and fell on it or something, and we can't get it off.
Without even having to try, you know this thing is just radiating dark magic. I mean, you can tell it's got to be pretty significant if you don't even have to try. You can just tell by looking at it, being near it.
And if anyone were to do it, it ought to be me. Because I'm the only one that deals with dark magic.
It does seem rather dark coming off that.
Jothier peers into the chest and then kind of looks around the room to see if there's any other articles, anything similar to a bracer, any old armor. I don't know what type of battles have been fought here. I'm just looking for something that can be used as a decoy, a fake.
Absolutely nothing else in this room but this chest and those two large brick structures in the room.
Is it safe to say that we look like our models? Like, clothes?
Yeah.
And it's a
So-
joke there.
You cut out.
And hand it to Jothier.
Yeah, that's where you cut out before anything you said before that.
I figure he could pull his bracer off, maybe, and hand it to Jothier, since he's looking for such things.
If you do want to bring this back to the commander, maybe find out more information, we could try to give her something fake just to see what she would do with it.
Weren't we on the path of gaining trust?
Has she gained our trust?
Let's talk about it on the way out.
Shall I remind you that I'm still taking a massive risk using all this magic? Let alone if I walk in there wearing a dark magic bracer. For some reason I don't think it will give a good impression.
They'll probably feel it, them being all sensitive to it. I still think it's better if it's on our side than handing it over completely. We could always hand it over later, but maybe you'll learn something from it.
The
Maybe you'll get to know
longer
the
we hold
vision.
on to it, the more we'll be chased by the Stitulus and whoever else wants this bracer.
No, I mean, we could go back to Doomguard with it, just on one of us, or you, if you're the one that wants to put it on.
Why not just carry it in the box?
I mean, we could, but we could also put it on.
We know next to nothing about this entire bracer. And we don't even know if putting it on will be favorable or whether it will be destructive.
We don't know that about the other option either. We do know we were sent for it. We know it's important. We know.
If you two want me to put it on, I'll put it on. But I need both of you to say it.
Well, I say aye, but let's do it on out of the castle.
Yes, let's think it over as we walk out.
Alright.
I was thinking at most we could put the decoy in the box, maybe put the real one
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
bag.
In
And that
case
way, if
Loganison
anyone
comes,
stopped us, yeah, they would sense the power radiating from the bracer, but they wouldn't know it was the one that's in the box. It'd be too close to each other.
Let's do that at least.
Isa will slip.
ISO will what? I'm sorry?
Slip off his bracer and hand it over.
Oh, okay. So make sure I understand. You're putting your bracer in the chest.
We're putting the The fake
Yep.
bracer.
I can put the fake
Um,
bracer in the pillowcase. If it has a pillowcase.
There's no pillowcase. It's just a cushion. Fancy.
And
What
then
if I-
Joltear will put the real one in the old box?
What if-
and slip
what
that
if
back
I-
in the pouch?
What if I could open the pillow and take out the stuffing? Can it fit in there then?
Yes. The new one or the old? I'm confused. Let's start with the old bracer or the fake bracer. Where's the fake bracer going?
Fake bracer is going in the chest.
Okay.
Correct?
Okay. Right?
So, just out of character, we're gonna leave the fake bracer behind, not carry it with us.
I think it's a good idea. If Lord Gannison does manage to get here and bust his way in, he'll fight his way all the way to this and think that's the bracer he came for. It'll slow things down for the Stygilus, or for Sirach.
Yes, especially since Lord Candace can probably not sense dark magic anyways.
Okay. I was considering, what if we got stopped on the road? But we could always tell them that we never made it in. And if they came here, they would find that here.
I still think we can talk more on the road, but I think we should make our way back to Doongard as planned. And
Yes.
just brandish this thing. We have brought it, here it is, and then be very upfront about the fact that she's wearing it.
I think we're already wasting time. We should make plans
Yes.
while we're getting out of here.
Before they get hungry again.
Good point.
Just want to take this same way back.
Okay.
Also, have I got the... did we hide the thing in the pillow?
I don't know what's going on, so I'm gonna not assume anything until you tell me for sure.
I was going to do it, but
Okay. You're going to do what? You're taking the fake bracer from ISO and hiding it in your pillow.
no, I wanted to take, but the real one, the pillowcase.
Okay. All right. Well, as far as I know, you have the real one, so you have complete control over what happens to it.
I thought she handed it to Joltear.
Oh, God. Well, it doesn't sound like she did, so we're going to go with she has it. And then she can hand it over if you ask or whatever later. Oh, sorry.
I
No,
think the velvet
get-
pillow is divested of its stuffing, and the gauntlet thing, the bracer is shoved inside, and Liana has it, right?
Yes,
Not,
and I'm putting a little, like, stuffing in there to kind of make it feel like it's still a real pillow.
as you enter the room, the Need looks over at you with a very concerning smile, and she says, "You've tarried too long. Now take your troubles outside." She points to the door. Now.
I just want to not say anything and quick walk my way to the exit.
Gothier, you too?
Yep.
The same door we came in, right? There's not another door, is there?
No. You can hear the creatures chittering after you, following you from room to room.
Or
I think this is the end.
picking up the...
It's this way. You see the familiar pile of bodies from your little battle. And your door here.
Alright, well, going outside.
Torches. As soon as you step outside, ISO, you instantly sense a trap in the doorway. Just appears out of nowhere. And you can sort of sense other traps just pop up
Oh,
all over the
Oh my.
place behind you inside.
yes, we need to go. The woman, if that's what she is, in fact, is arming this place with magical traps.
Alright, let's get out of here as fast as possible.
Oh shit!
As you
Good
round the
people.
corner, you hear
He
somebody.
runs back.
You hear Loxon complaining. Loxon's seems to be.
Back around the corner.
I was waiting for you to say what. Okay, what the hell is taking this lot so long? We've been here for hours.
Loxon, you have a axe to your neck. The guy next to you is holding you hostage. You woke
now
up from
you're
your
asleep?
sleep. Yeah, you woke up from your sleep, and I mean they told you what they're doing here, and they're already looking in your direction.
Don't really know what we're here for.
Yeah, you don't. You just remember you're coming here for Nyana's vision, and that's all you remember. You just woke up in the clutches of Lord Gannison. You hear someone says, "There they are."
I shout out, guys, one!
If you run, we're going to kill your friend. You hear a familiar voice call out to you.
Which familiar voice is it?
Lord Gannison.
Man, I was hoping he'd get blown up at the entrance with our clever ruse that was guaranteed to work.
Hey, now Captain
Or
here.
like Bob the infantryman splattered all over the walls.
Wait, how am I kidnapped now?
Because you were passed out because of your mark. But now you're awake.
So am I still injured? Because last
We-
time
Nope.
I dead, I
Nope.
still have health.
We healed. You were supposed to be healed up. You can heal yourself. We had parked you with the horses. So you basically, I imagine, you woke up under the care of these guys because they probably found
Correct.
you there
Correct.
when they got up here.
I am running out of patience. Come present yourselves now, or we're going to kill this man.
Easy
I want
there, lads. No need to be killing. We were just leaving anyway. In fact, places.
It appears the lady of the keep did not want us here.
Place is dangerous.
Perhaps everywhere we can get in.
Oops. There we go.
That's why I station him up.
The guy takes his axe away from your neck, Sloxon, and uses it to push you towards your friends. And then he points with the axe towards your friends.
Shove you that ass again, I will shove it up your ass.
He lifts his axe like he's ready to hit you with it. Go.
I just go. I guess here?
To your friends.
Oh, okay.
Seems so long ago. You took your first task for me. You had such promise then.
Such broken promises since then, you mean?
How can I use you if you've been marked by the Stygilus?
You sent us into that. So you knew it would happen.
I sent you to Anjet,
Apparently.
not into the arms of the Riders of Death. And he looks at Loxon with a glare.
You were not entirely honest yourself either. Cooperating with a demon doesn't quite sound like a good trait.
From what I understand, I was given this opportunity because you turned it down.
Wait, what?
The demon asked you first, but you declined to help. He offered to help
Sure.
save Rookwald. I should say.
Oh.
So I
that.
took him up on it.
You made a deal with the demon literally at a crossroads. Have you not been schooled in biblical anything?
It seems to have worked out so far. It has moved the undead away from our lands. Increasingly, they will become other people's problems. And
The
Rookwald will
cowardice
be...
move.
and he
It will
said,
not last.
Perhaps, but it has given us breathing room to form other plans.
That's if the demon keeps you alive long enough for you to make those plans.
I have every intention of surviving and returning Rookwald back to its former glory, reforming the Conclave.
I admire your naiveness. I think you're making a grave mistake.
I think you made one by not taking up the opportunity. But I guess we'll see.
And how long do you think your new Ruckwold will last? If there's no sunlight, the days are gone.
It's a
Did the
chance
demon
I'm...
provide a way for this to be fixed?
The demon made very few assurances that I would trust. But it's a risk I'm willing to take to bring back Rookwald from its knees.
And you think everyone's just gonna be alright with this?
They won't have a choice. They'll be busy fending off of the undead from their lone lands to worry about ours. Now hand it over.
Hand what over? Go get it yourself. That lady's a pain in there.
Don't try and play me for the fool.
I roll presents.
You would not be out here alive.
And it's really shitty roll, which is perfect.
You would not be out here alive.
Can I do it? Can I roll for questions?
What are you rolling for?
I don't know what the hell I said was.
Oh, I was trying to bluff him.
Oh, but hell. Negi says it. Alright, no one.
Sometimes the right favor gets you the right reward. Unfortunately, we did not get the reward.
I don't think you'd be alive if you didn't get it.
The favor is the only reason we're alive.
We're only alive because she was appreciative. She just wanted access to this place. We're not really sure who she was. But she needed us to invite her in. And the creature that controlled the monsters here She killed him. And then
Yeah.
told us to leave.
The
You do under-
creatures were apparently sent here by the Testiculus.
Yes, they were placed here to guard that bracer that you have. They were given this place to defend. That rune out there was placed to keep out meddlers. But it seems you invited her in, and now she has the run of the place.
Actually, no, GM. Can I actually wolf for push now? I want to see if there's anything I can see to help us out in this situation.
Okay. Roll presence.
Nope.
Nope. You are in La La Land now. You're spaced
I'm
out
still-
talking to Adam.
I'm still asleep.
You know, by handing it over, you're helping your own homeland. And if you take it to your friends, they won't be using it to stop the undead from coming through the portal. But by handing it to me, we will perpetually keep the undead away from Rookwald. We will be the only kingdom that thrives from this point forward. Your home. Our home. How do you think we made it here? How did you make it here? There was no undead in your path. Because the demon cleared it for us.
Well, you think the demon cleared it?
I know the
I think
demon
you're
cleared
mistaken. No, we've had aid from other sources as well. No, the demon's not the only one able to control the undead. Your former ally was so kind to give us a hand.
Or boss.
Yes, you know her well.
You are still fools. I'm trying to save your home. You're trying to take it to do what? You don't even know. Do you?
We take it to what is believed to be right. And if there's anything I don't trust, it's demons.
Does she speak for all of you? Lord Gannison starts to look to each of you.
Yes. I'd rather fight than live through slavery.
You
Don't
knew our
trust the
answer
demon?
from the. You knew our answer from the crossroads.
Whoa, 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 whoa. That was not me.
Jother, he looks at you.
We don't trust demons. And we certainly don't trust you. Your loyalties have shifted quite a few times during our journeys.
My loyalty has always been to our home. Everything I have done has been in the service of Rookwald.
You're responsible for the fall of Rookwald. You failed to defend it. You've brought nothing but doom upon these lands. You've not saved it, you've worsened it.
And in the end, you sold your soul to the devil.
Well, if you want to hand it over, we can take it from your dead bodies.
Wait, one more thing before that happens. And then ISO casts a spell. Or attempts to.
Okay.
Its ISO begins casting the spell. I take the gauntlet out of the pillow to put it on.
Jothier douses his torch.
What spell are you casting, ISO? Everybody just roll initiative.
It's a d20, right?
Nope.
At the-
D6
at the
plus...
Present plus present.
Yeah, presence. Sorry. Go ahead. What were you saying, ISO?
At the start, or before all this, I guess, he's attempting to toss down Knight's Chariot.
Which does what?
It makes the entire area pitch black for 3d10 minutes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it was
Ooh,
plus
success.
presence or plus presence.
All right. Well, hold on. If it goes dark, ISO without saying anything, Nyana, if it goes dark, what is Nyana gonna do?
Well, that's when I try to put on the gauntlet.
Okay, so you're gonna stand
Yeah,
and fight.
she said as I was
All right,
working
Jothier,
on the
what
spell,
what
she's
what is Jothier gonna try and do?
sliding
Jothier is dousing his torch and they're just dropping it as he douses it and pulling out his dagger.
Okay, so you're gonna stand and fight. Is that what everybody's doing then?
I was gonna black the area and run the hell away, but
I mean,
Yeah, that's what I thought the
mean-
plan was too. When you did that, that's why I was asking.
I mean,
I was gonna be like, run to the left, find the door, get out. I mean, they got horses. Good luck driving them in the dark.
Well, okay, so
I got a
if
force fight.
you cast your spell and scream at everybody to run, does that change anybody's mind?
Yeah, my process was Jothier's putting out his torch to.
Well, you're not.
reduce
That's what I'm
light
saying.
override and
What
pull out
would
his
you do?
dagger,
Hold on.
thinking
No, nobody's
that if
taken an
I-
action yet except for ISO. That's why I'm asking. ISO cast the first action, and he made it go pitch black, and he's screaming "run." Now
I
just-
guess I'm gonna.
Based on that,
Okay.
what are you going to do?
So based on that, I'm gonna win. Yeah.
Okay.
I hear ISO shout one, and I'm gonna win.
Jothier, Nyana.
Straight for the horses.
I'm putting on the gauntlet.
Howard.
I mean the bracer, and then running for the horses,
Okay.
depending on if something happens or not.
fair.
All right. All right. It's going to be pitch black, so I'm going to make you guys roll. You can just leave your torches on so we can see, but everything will be black. But we're going to have you. I'm going to have you roll. You're going for the horses or wherever you're going for. Just make a. We'll say agility.
So to avoid rolls, because ISO knows what he's doing, right? He really is interested in
So where are you casting your darkness? Where's the epicenter of your pitch black?
I mean, it says the whole area, so I assume the whole place goes black, like this whole whatever.
Right.
There's no range.
But you're still running in the dark. So to make sure you
Oh,
don't
yeah.
trip, or that's what the rolls are for. To run and not trip and fall. To reach your destination unscathed.
Yeah, so he's got a sword in his hand, right? He's gonna dip it to the ground so that the tip is dragging. That helps you anticipate the ground, like behind him, like to the side, just so like a awareness, right? And then he's going to not full blown sprint or anything. I don't want to hit the wall at the end, but he's going to be moving in that general direction to find the wall, and then he's going to move. He knows.
And he's going to reach the wall, and he knows.
Am I cutting out or something? I hate Discord.
Yep.
I hate push to talk because it cuts off. All right, so he's going to have the tip of his sword on the ground. He's going to use that as a guideline to try to make it to the wall. He's not going to run because that's stupid. He's going to be taking his time to get to the wall, unless he hears charging horses coming at him, then he might hustle. When he gets to the wall, because he knows what this looks like, he's just going to make his way to the right where the entrance is. He's gonna grab if he finds a horse on the way that's not panicking, he'll grab its lead and take it with him. That's
Okay.
his plan.
Okay. Loxon,
Sorry if that was loud. I just figured it would come
Nope,
through
you're good.
and not cut me off.
Loxon, are you you going to re-roll that with any of your what do you call it? Omens?
Yeah, I just want them to reroll it.
All right.
Well, that's a fail.
Oh, they both were, to be fair. All right, ISO,
ISO
you're
will
good.
give his reroll. He will give his reroll to Loxon.
Oh,
Lost
Alright.
in rerolls. It's a worse than fail!
maybe someone should roll for him. Actually, you know what?
Rocky promised
I tell you what, if you keep your omen, you could have taken the 11 and just reduced the difficulty by 2. Because that's another omen.
Oh,
2 or 4, I can't remember what it is. 2 would pass. So use your omen to do that.
I'll do that.
And then you can keep your omen ISO.
Thank you for the gift.
So
I'm just trying to be fair. All right, Nyana and Chothier. Let's see some rolls. If you're running to the horses, you're good to go on your plan. ISO, you can find a horse, get on it, and leave.
Does putting on the gauntlet do anything? The bracer, sorry.
do I leave or?
Yep, you can head straight for where you want to head to. Where are you trying to head out the exit?
Are we going through the exit, ISO?
No, he just said run. You tell me what you're doing. There's no time to
Fine,
coordinate.
fine. I will go. Fine, I'll walk. Fine, I'll run my horse right past him and walk. I'll go through the exit then.
Okay, exit is right here. There you go. Just get in the portcullis and stop. That's good.
In here.
Yep, that's perfect.
Did you want me just to move all the way out of the fortress, Constant?
You could be right at the doorway. On your horse is fine.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll, Jothier and Nyana.
So I rolled a 3 at first. So you said about the omens when he's my omen to reroll, and then I got 11. Which, well, 18 really, because of my agility score and my reduction.
Okay. Then seems like you pass. So grab your horse and jump in the portcullis with the other people. Nyana, comes down to you.
You can do it.
Can she or can't she? Do you want to reduce the difficulty by 2?
Yes, please.
All right. Is it 2 or 4? I'm looking. It's 4. Lower one test DR by 4. All right. All right, you make it. Yeah, you just running straight for the entrance, Jothier, or what are you doing? Running for the horses? What are you doing?
Jothir's going for his horse.
Don't touch his horse, Nyana. Don't do it.
I will not mistake my horse for his.
Yeah.
But the second is a unique specimen.
All right. All right, as you're rushing out the portcullis here, see some empty horses, riders on the ground. You can just come out the other side there.
Before we go too far from that portcullis, how far does that darkness extend? Can
You're
we
good
see
now.
anything at the...
No, it probably left you as soon as you entered the portcullis.
Okay, I was just wondering if, because when we went in the portcullis, you said it was kind of a
Ooh, yeah.
not the most stable.
The door,
Just
yeah, the
wondering if
gate.
we could have
Mhm.
dropped it.
If you want to stop and try and screw with it, sure.
But can we see there or no?
Sure.
Go for it. Do the thiefy thing.
After he.
I said.
But you're gonna have to stop underneath it. Well, I mean, at it, in it. That's what you want to do.
Our character will quit. My boy!
Jothier, is that what you're doing?
Yeah. So I'm looking for a mechanism to drop it, which he does have that locksmithing background.
All right, just what did we use last time for your locksmithing? Was it presence or agility we did?
Agility, because it was picking lock, kind of.
Okay. All right, so you identify the spot you can hit to shut the gate. And we'll see agility if you can manage to bang the right spot with your torch or something. Get the get the
For
gate
agility,
to close.
I rolled 17 before modifiers.
Okay, you're good to go then.
So that comes down.
Oops. Yep. All right, gate shuts. You're able to escape.
Gonna turn around and ride off, catch up with the rest of the group as quickly as possible.
Okay. Outside, you see a group of familiar riders. Well, 2 familiar riders. You remember Archer, vaguely, those who were rescued. And
I don't think
the
so. We were
red,
unconscious.
in and out.
He cured us, so
You recognize him, yeah, vaguely.
Okay.
You might know his name. That's about it. He talks about a place called Texas and New Jersey when he gets upset, but that's about all you remember. And you
Okay.
recognize the Red Knight from Balemouth, Jothier. Has anybody else seen him? I don't think anybody else has seen him yet.
When? No, didn't we all see him?
In Balemouth? I don't
I don't
remember.
think we've met him.
Yeah, I don't think you have, but Jothier has.
I think you're thinking, Loxon, I think you're thinking of
The other guy.
Crossroads Night, which is a different night, yeah.
Yeah,
Him,
it is a different night. All right, the knight and the armored horse looks at you, points with his sword behind him, this way, and just starts running off. And Archer kind of hangs back. The other 2 riders instantly follow him and waves you on to follow them.
I guess I'll go behind him.
Yeah, I immediately head on. Follow me.
And ISO,
Are we
what
off?
do you-
Are we off to Dune Guard? He wants to know.
they're already riding way ahead of you. They're riding fast, booking it and getting out of here. But ISO, before you leave, you do recognize... I don't recognize. You see somebody has fell for your rune ruse. There's a guard that appears to
that?
have been suckered.
You go touch that. Yes, Lord Dennison.